Welcome to this lesson on trigonometry. Today we are going to explore the secant function. You might have seen the abbreviation S, E, C, and wondered what it means. It stands for secant. This is one of the three reciprocal trigonometric functions, and it is closely related to the cosine function. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how to define it, calculate it, and visualize it. Let's start with the most important definition. Secant of theta is defined as the reciprocal of cosine of theta. In mathematical terms, secant theta equals 1 divided by cosine theta. This means that if you know the cosine of an angle, you simply flip that fraction upside down to get the secant. Note that this function is undefined whenever cosine theta is 0, because we cannot divide by 0. Now let's look at this in the context of a right-angled triangle. You probably remember CAHTOA. We know that cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. Since secant is the reciprocal, we just flip that ratio. So, secant is defined as the hypotenuse divided by the adjacent side. A good way to remember this is that secant is the length of the hypotenuse relative to the adjacent side. Here is a practical example. Suppose we have a right triangle where the adjacent side has a length of 3 and the hypotenuse has a length of 5. To find the secant of angle theta, we take the hypotenuse, 5, and divide it by the adjacent, 3. So secant theta equals 5/3, which is approximately 1.67. It is a straightforward ratio. On the unit circle, the definition becomes quite interesting geometrically. If we draw a tangent line at the point where the angle intersects the circle and extend it to hit the x-axis, that distance from the center to the x-axis intersection is the secant. The line literally cuts or intersects the axis, which is where the name secant comes from, meaning to cut. When we graph the function y equals secant x, we get this unique shape. The gray dotted line represents the cosine wave. Notice that wherever cosine is 1, secant is also 1. Wherever cosine approaches 0, the secant shoots up to positive infinity or down to negative infinity. This creates these U-shaped curves that alternate opening upwards and downwards, separated by vertical asymptotes. Let's discuss the domain and range. For the domain, secant is defined everywhere except where cosine is 0, which happens at 90 degrees, 270 degrees, or pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, and so on. For the range, notice that the graph never enters the space between -1 and +1. The output is always greater than or equal to 1, or less than or equal to -1. Here is a table of common values you should know. At 0 degrees, cosine is 1, so secant is also 1. At 60 degrees, or pi over 3, cosine is 1/2, so secant is the reciprocal, which is 2. At 45 degrees, it is the square root of 2. And at 90 degrees, because cosine is 0, the secant function is undefined. A common mistake when using a calculator is looking for a sec button. Most calculators do not have one. To calculate secant, do not use the inverse cosine button, labeled cos -1. That is for finding angles. Instead, you must type 1 divided by cosine of the angle. For example, to find secant 30, type 1 divided by cosine 30. To summarize what we have learned, secant is the reciprocal of cosine. In a right triangle, it is the hypotenuse over the adjacent side. Its range excludes values between -1 and 1, and its graph consists of U-shaped curves bounded by asymptotes. Keep these 4 points in mind, and you will have mastered the basics of the secant function.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.